I think that's really interesting, the point you just made, that traditionally a lot of these controllers shaped like an Xbox controller, it's not exactly how the human mind kind of thinks and is wired. I mean, what was the inspiration for Fluidity Technologies? What problems did you guys see in the market, and what kind of pushed you guys to come out with this piece of hardware?
Well, actually, the genesis of Fluidity is actually further afield from drones than you might think. I was working at a medical research institute here in Houston, Texas, called the Houston Methodist Research Institute, and working in as the CTO at this institute, and started to look at the complexity of surgical robotics. I'm not sure if you've ever seen or heard of a Da Vinci surgical robot, but it's a really amazing piece of technology wherein the surgeon has his or her fingers in these little finger loops, and you're kind of in a wraparound screen. You take off your shoes, and your feet are on different keyboard pegs, and it's a really remarkable way to do very complex surgery remotely. However, unless you're doing it all the time, your proficiency wanes, and the outcomes aren't nearly as good. It's a very difficult skill to learn. And so based on my experience living and working in space, flying jet aircraft, robotic arms, VR simulations, and other assets, I came up with the core technology for our FT Aviator. And so ultimately what I have set out to do is completely rethink surgical robotics. But as you, I'm sure, are aware, the regulatory hurdles to get a surgical robot into the marketplace is incredibly long and expensive. And we saw the exciting drone marketplace is something that's rapidly growing. The regulatory hurdles weren't nearly as onerous. And plus, I just love drones. So that's how we ended up here.